Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. My name is Magda and this is Portos. Portos is today supporting me. This is my vlog on my way to Camino, part 2. Last week we discussed shoes and taking care of your feet and what to take into consideration when you are buying shoes. And today, in my opinion, the second most important thing on the Camino, and this is your backpack. I have my backpack here. I will tell you why I bought this one. Before I move on to this topic, a few words like from my general observations, what is happening right now. So we all see that those COVID restrictions are a bit loosening in many countries. I saw that border between Portugal and Spain will be open, so this is good news for people who wanted and were planning to do Portuguese part this year. But there are many countries, many changes right now regarding travel restrictions. The vaccinations are moving forward with different speed, so there is a lot of changes in Europe. I'm checking websites, I'm checking what is happening right now. Even here in Poland, starting tomorrow, some shops will be open. Every 2 weeks, something is going to change. So I do believe the same approach will be in many European countries. In the same topic, I want to say that I'm praying for people in India, where there is huge crisis right now regarding COVID. So I know that we are the lucky ones that we are now having our lives slowly coming back to normal. I really hope that India will be in better shape soon. But talking about Europe, then we have American people who wanted to travel to Europe this year. Some to the Camino, but some had other ideas. So I don't know where is that option now, if there are any plans to open Europe for you guys, but I hope so, because you are a huge part of my every Camino experience. So I really do hope we will meet on Camino. So if you wanted to do Camino this year and you haven't started planning it, it's about time to do so, because now it's the pace of traveling, of planning is picking up. Many flights have been cancelled before because there were not so many people, so they were moving from 2 flights a week to 1 flight a week and moving people to the one plane because it was efficient for companies. But now I think it will change, so I do believe that prices might change. So my plan for today is to plan as much as possible, find flights, find trains, and have everything planned to be able to buy it and start booking some albergues. I know people started planning 2021 a long time ago, because this is holy year. There were many albergues built, rebuilt, etc., etc. So I do hope that trail itself will be ready for us, but we need to get ready right now. I hope that municipal albergues will be open, because those are the ones I like the most. I don't like to pay a lot for sleeping somewhere. For me, it's good enough to sleep in the same room than that other 100 people. I've been in this kind of places. But I don't know if it will be possible right now with COVID. Last year it was not possible, so we'll see. Yeah, moving on to the main topic, backpacks. I had some bad experiences with backpacks. So 11 years ago, when I did my first Camino, I was not prepared for it at all. I haven't read about it, I haven't trained for it, I haven't had good gear for it. People just told me take this and this will be enough. Okay, so I took some backpack that I bought it in supermarket. It was, I think, 40 liters, but it was the cheap one. It was not comfortable at all. All I remember from my first Camino is a lot of pain. My arms hurt, my back hurt, my feet hurt because I had the worst shoes ever, but that's a different story. So I decided 2 years ago, when I was planning to come back to Camino Frances, to have something better. So I borrowed backpack because I thought that's one-off situation for me. I will just do this French part again, and that's all. So borrowed one was quite good. After a few days of adjusting, I started. Since then, I've never felt it on my back. It was not painful at all. I haven't felt the weight of the backpack, etc., etc. But it was only 35 liters, and it was closed by the zipper, so there was not additional space created by any pocket. So it was sometimes hard to pack everything when you're buying additional food for the next day, or you want to have more water or something like this. That was quite challenging sometimes. And from my first Camino, when the backpack was really, really bad, I don't remember anything. Okay, I remember a few good things about this Camino, but I really remember a lot of pain. And that's why you need to think about the things you are buying to suit you, because they can ruin your experience. So when last year I decided, because of COVID, because of pandemic, because of like crazy shit in my life, I want to do Camino again, I thought I need to have good backpack. And I need to have good for me. So I knew that I need to go to many shops. But at first, of course, I did research on some Facebook groups, forums, websites. And there are a few brands that you will see very often. The most important one is Osprey, then it's Deuter, Gregory, and of course, Decathlon. If you don't have anything for Camino, you want to buy everything in one shop, you will go to Decathlon, you will find everything. So those were the ones that people say, oh, I have this one, this is the best for me, you have to buy it. So I want you to be cautious, because if something fits one person, it will not fit the other person, because everyone is different. So you need to try many backpacks. And the good part of trekking shops is that they have some weight boxes, some bags, so you can try them with weight, how they will feel on your back, because empty backpack is good for every situation, but if you have a few kilograms there, then you will definitely feel how it feels on your arms, how it feels on your waist, etc., etc. So one most important thing that you need to take into consideration is that there are different backpacks for men and different backpacks for women. And you might think, oh, that's exaggeration. I can take men's backpack and it will be good enough. And for many situations it will be, but I tried both backpacks for men and women, and definitely for me, I felt difference. I felt that for women were more suited for my body, especially because the body proportions are different for men and women. We have longer legs, much shorter torso, but not each and every woman has like this. Men have longer torso, so there's this distance between your arms and your waist belt. So those are all the things that have to be taken into consideration in a backpack. Of course, we also have breasts, life, and this small thing the strap here sometimes is very helpful for many kilograms in your backpack, and I used it a lot when I was just tired with it. So for men and women, and in Decathlon, because this was my first stop, you can find a few options for women and a few options for men. For me, and I also read some reviews, those are good backpacks, but you need to take into consideration the quality of them. So there were a few reviews about the quality, and I was not sure when I had them that they will be good enough for one Camino. And I was thinking maybe a few Caminos, maybe a few other trips. I want to have something good for long term. So in Decathlon, I tried them. They're very light. This is the huge advantage of them, but I wasn't convinced. So I went to many different trekking shops, hiking shops, whatever you call them, and I tried different backpacks. Good thing was that in one of those shops there was big sale. I don't remember why. So there were many backpacks in good prices. So I think I tried Gregory, and one Gregory was good for me, but it was like the price was quite high. So I decided let's try to find something else. So I tried different ones, and I decided to buy a brand that is not very popular. This is Low Alpine. Funny thing, I've met a person on Camino with the same backpack, Penny. Hi Penny, greetings from Poland. We've met on the Plaza do Bredoiro. So it is not a very uncommon backpack, but it's good. So what is very important to remember, that backpacks have sizes. This one is small to medium. There are bigger ones. I think that most of the time it will be small, medium, large. Those are different ones. And the most important thing that is different in those is this distance between waist belt and your arms. Here there is center adjust, so I can change this distance from S to M. I think this is more or less M right now, but if needed I can adjust it every now and then, because it depends where I want to have the waistband. Because waistband is very, very nice. It is very soft and very comfortable on my waist, but some people want to have it more on the waist. Some people want to have it more on your how is it called? Pelvis. This bone here and go here. Some people will have it right here, some people want it here. For me, I prefer to have it here, very tight, so I feel the weight only on my legs, nothing on my torso. So that's nice. What is great about this backpack, what I took into consideration, is this is very light, breathable, and it's very hot on Camino, especially when you're walking in the summer. That's very, very useful. I wanted to have a lot of small pockets because I like to have good access to many things on the Camino. So I like the pockets on my waist belt because I have my wallet in here. If I want to take the wallet and go for shopping without backpack, I always have my fanny pack inside, very small one, so that's useful. And also those pockets are great for my phone. It is a great size for my phone. Of course, and I will always say it, when you walk in Camino, you need to have your raincoat, the coat that will cover both you and your backpack. But at the same time, you need to have raincoat for your backpack, because you need to make sure that everything here will not get wet. Your raincoats with a lot of wind, you will get wet in some areas. But I always make sure that I first put raincoat on my back when it's starting to rain, and then like when it's a small drizzle, I'm like, it's nothing, not a big deal. And then when it's starting to rain, this is already covered. I'm taking my raincoat. I have special pocket here for my raincoat. I take it, put it on me and my backpack, and I'm safe. That everything I have for the next day, my dry clothes, my anything valuable I have on the trip, I have it here. What is great about this backpack is that it has big chimney. So this is with chimney, it's 40 liters, but you can see here that it's 3340. So if you pull all the zipper, all the stripes, it is 33, that's minimal. But if you need additional things, it's to 40, and that's amazing. I've used it especially on my way to Spain, when I have few, like, I don't know, additional things, some food for the trip or something that's very useful to have it here. There are adjustable straps here, so it can go up and down. There are many additional pockets here on the sides. Here is pocket. There are some stripes to put your how's it called? Trekking poles. So one for each side. Looks very nice. There's a lot of straps, so that's very nice. Not only to adjust how many space you have inside, but to put some additional things here. I always dry my socks if they haven't dried during the night, or other things if needed. So that's a great backpack. Everything is very soft, very comfortable, and of course that's very important. I had to adjust to it, so it took me a few days to feel comfortable wearing it. I needed to, adjust this strap to make sure that it's the best fit as it can be. But it's amazing and it's very durable. Now you can see some gray from my wardrobe because it was not cleaned, but I wouldn't say that it was even used because it's very great shape, and I had it on a few hundred kilometers, and this year I'm taking this for 800 kilometers. So this is my main backpack. Of course, there are people who are not walking with your backpack. I'm walking every kilometer with my backpack, but there's also this service of transferring your backpack from albergue to albergue. And for me, this is the alternative if I have any injury, if my ankles, my knees, anything hurts and I cannot have this additional weight with me, there's an option. But there are also other people who are older, have some other medical conditions, and they cannot have their backpack, so they have smaller backpack with the things needed for the day, and their backpack is traveling from albergue to albergue, because most of the time they have everything planned. In this kind of situation, you cannot just wing it and stay whatever. wherever. So I also have my small backpack. That's like the smallest one. I don't know which one I will take this year. Just to, if I want to go to shopping in some town or village, especially when I'm starting Camino, I want to go around and not have my backpack all the time. So I also have it, but there's no weight at all. So I can have it in my backpack. There are also people traveling with suitcases. So instead of backpack, traveling from albergue to albergue, they have huge suitcase. But those people are mainly staying in some expensive albergues. I've seen them when I grab some coffee in some bars, and there's a lot of suitcases waiting for transfer. I'm not judging, every experience is different. I just always have to have it with me. That's my approach to Camino. So that's why this is very important to have the best backpack fit for me. What I will be doing this year, because I'm starting in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and there's like 21 days of walking till Santiago. I want to be able to change my clothes to normal clothes in Santiago. That's so important for me. I don't know if anyone else have this feeling, but I really want to have my normal clothes, other shoes, some cosmetics. Really, that's to feel fresh in Santiago. That's really, really important. So I will be taking this backpack will be going in the registered luggage, as a registered luggage with a lot of additional things. I will be taking bigger, school backpack, let's call it like this, like 20 liters, with me to the plane. And then I will, in Saint-Jean, I will just pack those additional things to this 20 liter, and I will send it via post to Santiago. It's a great service, and you can send from every location on the path via postal service. It costs, I don't remember how much, but it's not that expensive. And it will wait for you in Santiago for, 3 weeks or something like this, 3-4 weeks. And you can send your whole suitcase. I've done it 2 years ago because I was then going to Barcelona. And but also you can send smaller or bigger packages. So that's great if you have additional things. Even during the Camino, you are deciding, I took something that is not needed. There are two options. You can leave it in this albergue for other pilgrims that will walk and they will need it, or just send it to Santiago and take it back home when you finish the pilgrimage. So there are a few options. For me, luggage is very important. On my first Camino, I had too many things. But now I have things that I need. I think on my last Camino I haven't had a thing that was not used, that was not needed. So that is quite good planning from my side. Sorry. And I will be also sharing on my planning list closer to July. So you will see what I'm packing and what are those my essentials and those additional things for Santiago. There will not be many of those, but this is my luxury stuff, as I call them. Okie dokie. So that's the end for today. 25 minutes, always fun to talk. I hope you like my